What's going on, guys? Nito17 here, and I just we gotta talk about some stuff. Okay, we gotta talk about some stuff. So, those of you who know, the last few days have been very interesting on Twitter and really online in general. Okay, I don't have anything specific to show you today on screen because if I did, then the video can be interpreted the wrong way. It can be interpreted as me going after somebody. It can be interpreted as me specifically insulting someone specific. So that's not the type of video I want this to be perceived as. I just want this to be a general discussion about how we view content creators and people on social media. Okay, now I have 3 bullet points that I want to touch. Number one, that is, oh, where'd my notes go? Okay, guys, I'm never going to make scripts for the record. Okay, I won't ever make scripts. Um, I'm not real good at, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Projecting words that are pre-written. It's got to be off the top of my head based on notes. I can do notes, which is what I do. So I won't ever do scripts. But anyways, so the first thing I want to talk about is personalities. Okay, so what I mean by that is content creators, people on YouTube, social media, individuals, not news outlets, not like New York Post, Washington Post. Those are journalism or journalistic outlets, okay? News outlets. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I am talking about is specific people on YouTube, hence YouTubers, PokeTubers, um, people who perceive themselves to be or project themselves to be insiders, leakers, news outlets, like that type of thing. Specific people, okay, that fall into that category, including myself. So, what I mean by personalities is we have a real hard time distinguishing being critical of someone's content and being critical of someone personally. Okay, so one of the things I thought of is we've got to get better about how we approach people on YouTube and Twitter. Okay, because the reason I'm making this video is because here are my thoughts on how we can make things better. Okay, and the biggest thing is, for example, now disclaimer, okay? Anything I say about anyone in this video cannot be taken personally. I'm just using examples based on what I have seen and based on what I have actually been involved in or seen. Okay, so any names I mention in this video, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. It's not what this is for. I'm just giving examples. Okay, um, so for example, if my disclaimer, Relisify. Okay, I've followed him and been subscribed to him on Twitter, or excuse me, YouTube, for quite a while, since he was in the 200,000 subscriber range. Okay, and even to this day, I'm still subscribed to him, and I still watch his videos. Okay, now why? Right? A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't like whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is, they don't like him. They don't like him for a reason. Okay, he's probably the most not liked person when it comes to YouTube, or at least in Pokemon community. So the reason why I bring his name up in this particular situation is because I'm giving this from a both sides of the coin. Okay, so for me personally, I enjoy his content most of the time. I do. I like his content. I like his passion in his videos. He loves Pokemon. I think in his discussions, he's very thorough. Um, he projects himself very well. So again, I like his content. Okay, and that is solely what I base my judgment of people on social media on is their content. Okay, I don't criticize anybody based on their personality because we are all different. We all say things in our own way. We all talk about things in our own way. Even if it's perceived as being a dickhead or a bitch or whatever the case is, we all say things and do things our own way. Okay, for me to have a platform, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, or whatever the case is, it's pointless for me to criticize someone's on a personal level. A, because it's not going to warrant any solutions. B, nothing will get changed. C, it's a waste of time because nothing's going to become of it. And four, that's not what I'm on here to do. Okay, I'm not on here to like anybody. I'm not on here to create content for people to like me, for people to perceive me a certain way, personally or via my content. I am solely on this platform to make videos, to meet people, which I've done a lot of, to talk to people, that and meet new people and talk about games. That is why I have my channel, and that is why I'm on Twitter. Solely it. And I base my descriptions, my thought processes, my viewpoints on people based on their content because that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here for, is their content. So I'm not going to get caught up in criticizing anyone, creating drama, or anything like that on a personal level. I'm solely going to judge people based off the content they create because I believe the content that someone creates tells a lot about who they are. And for me, that's judgment enough. Okay, because if we're going to attack everyone personally that we feel we don't like on Twitter because of what they say, you're going to be a very busy person, and you probably have too much time on your hands and need a hobby. Okay, so that's the personality, guys. So again, my advice on that point is you guys have got to pick your battles better. I say you guys, we all have to pick our battles better. We all have to really understand that anyone who has a platform can choose to use it in the way that they feel they want to. Every YouTuber, every person on Twitter attracts a certain base based on their content and the things that they say. So whether that's Arrow, whether that's Rolisify, whether that's me, whether that's A-Drive, or anyone like that, there are people out there who like all of those people. There are people out there who like just one of them. And that's what this platform is for, because everyone likes someone different based on their content or personally, whatever. But we've got to get away from the personal attacks. We've got to get away from the personal arguments, and we've got to be hell of a lot more focused on the content and being more of a group of people that can give constructive criticism because that's a huge problem. If you even say something that seems to be questioning somebody, they take it as a personal attack and can't take constructive criticism. Like for Verlis, for example, the only person he can take constructive criticism from is Joe Merrick because he worships the ground that Joe Merrick walks on. Okay, and that's a lot of that is because Joe Merrick is an official website. He's an official news source. Okay, yes, he's covered things in the past. I get all that stuff. That's not what I'm here to discuss. But so yeah, guys, let's just please focus on the content. Let's please focus on being constructive and giving people criticism on how they can fix things. Certain people will not, they don't care what constructive criticism you give. Verlis is probably one of those people. He probably doesn't care about the criticism we give him because he doesn't take it as constructive, he takes it as personal. And there's probably a lot of people out there like that too. I only use Verlis because I kind of see him in the most arguments, basically. It's not anything personal, like I said before. So that's bullet number one. Bullet number two, we got to talk about the leakers. Okay, so the biggest thing with that is okay, Pixelpar obviously being the main focus. Kurt Shooter said something today that was very on point. Let me see. I think I retweeted it. Man, I had a kick-ass day at work today, dude. Work kicked my freaking ass today. Let me go on his page really quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. The amount of people spewing utter trash after the Pixelpar bet are literally the bad in the Pokemon community. The people defending Pixelpar after the bet are literally the bad people in the Pokemon community. See what I did there? And that's absolutely right. So the people that attack him are wrong, and the people that defend him are wrong. Basically, there's no right in anything you do. Okay, and with the Pixelpar situation, again, it goes back to my first point. We have to accept people for the content that they're giving us, based on how they want to give us the content and what they see fit, and displaying that content to us. So if Pixelpar feels that he wants to do it through riddles, he wants to do it through cryptic messages, and he wants to do that type of thing, then by all means he can do it. If he wants to make a fun bet with us, I say us because I follow him on Twitter, then he can do it. And he honored his bet. Now, the problem with that is Pixelpar's got to take the responsibility, because people like in the last few days have said, "Oh, you said there was going to be an announcement. There wasn't one. You're a fraud. You have no credibility." Blah blah blah. And to be honest, Pixelpar probably does. He really doesn't have a whole lot of credibility aside from the Nintendo Direct thing. I mean, as far as leaking, I don't know. I don't think there's really been a whole lot of validity there. So I think Verlis, Paul Ryan, and some others have a point. But so with that stuff, guys, there's leakers, quote unquote leakers, everywhere now. There's this other guy I commented on earlier today before Uncle Sam kicked my ass. Um, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Huh? I thought I tweeted it around this time. I don't know. There's this guy Wattbird or something like that, and he claims to be some leaker, and he's been dropping all these hints. He's been talking in binary. He's been, oh, new hints coming in 10 minutes. Guys, it's all bullshit. And again, but you have to take it for what it is. Okay, really, you guys ultimately have the right to make the decision based on what people are creating. But a lot of people are making accounts. A lot of things have surfaced from people who all of a sudden created a new Twitter account, and all of a sudden they work at Game Freak. All of a sudden their sister's brother's uncle's sister's nephew's cousin works at Nintendo. It's ridiculous, guys. If the information, like yesterday, we got some information from somebody who apparently works at Ubisoft. That's cool. Like, because that's like a person that actually works there. If that was ever confirmed, I believe it was. But these random accounts that just throwing shit out there, guys, we got to be more selective, okay? Because it impacts everybody else in the community, and you can't be so gullible. I know we all want news. I know we all want to hit the ground running with Pokemon Switch, but these people, these profiles and stuff, we got to shut it down. We got to jump out in front of it as a community and say we're over it. We're done. Okay, so that's really all I got to say about the leakers. I enjoy Pixelpar. I think he's a pretty cool person. I like how he handles his Twitter. I like that he does cool little messages, whether they're true or not. It's still fun. And again, that's how he wants to handle his content. And again, and that's what I'm saying. We have to judge people based on their content. I, for one, enjoy his content. Other people, whether it's true or not, I just enjoy the way he does it. And that's part of the message too. And I think a lot of people miss that. Um, so that's just kind of how I feel about leakers. Okay. Number three, this word's been thrown around too. Secondhand news, quote unquote. So again, I'm going to bring up Verlis just because he actually mentioned this in his video. In a comment or he replied to a comment on his video that I left. I said that, well, Pixelpar predicted the Nintendo Direct or announced the Nintendo Direct a week beforehand. And Verlis commented on it and said, no, that's secondhand news, blah, 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 blah. Well, we are all secondhand news. Unless you're Nintendo, unless you're Game Freak, unless you're Sony, unless you're Microsoft, you're a secondhand news source. You get the information from somebody else. You are not the original source of the information. So anyone who reports information, anyone who throws information out there, for example, the magazine that said Generation 8 confirmed, quote unquote, Annabella got that magazine. Verlis got the information and released it out. He was the first one to do it. But the caveat is he wasn't. Annabella was. Verlis is the secondhand news source in that scenario. Okay? Just like if I were to go and say, oh man, look at this, look what I found. That information that I found is from somebody else. It is a non-stop circle, guys, and that's the thing. Everyone is a secondhand news source. Nobody is, oh man, that's my information. Ugh. No. You got the information from somebody else. Can you be the first one to post a video about it? Yeah, sure. Sure you can. Verlis actually was the first one who created a video on the Gen 8 deal. Now, I know the details behind it, guys. You don't have to put it in the comment section. I know he asked the girl to delete the post and all that stuff. I'm just using that as an example in regards to the information and how it can be perceived. We are all secondhand news people. Second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever the hell. We get our information from somebody else. What do you think journalists do in politics? Okay, they go to the press briefing. The press secretary gives a press briefing. They get the news. They report it to somebody else, and however way they do it. The original source of that information is the president. The press secretary gets the information from the president and gives the information. Okay, so we just have to remember that nobody is this 100% confirmed. I got the information. I'm the original person who got the message out. I'm the original person who got this. Blah, blah, blah. That type of stance is ridiculous and stupid and does no good for the community at all. All it does is cause controversy, and it makes people furious. It makes them uptight, and it makes them lash out. And then we get this toxicity, and then we get this crap going on Twitter for a freaking week straight about who broke what story, blah, 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 blah. Give, circulate the credit, give credit where it's due at all times. Problem solved. It's not a difficult thing to do. But we can't shut down other people and say, I'm the only news source. No, you're not. No one is the only news source. No one is the only one to relay certain news. Can you be the first or second or third person to relay the news publicly? Yeah, absolutely. Verlis was. Can you be the eighth person? Yeah. Does that make you any less of a content creator? Does that make you any less of a person who's interested in what they're reporting on? No. It just means they got the information later. So we need to cut this shit about people basically meaning less in the community if they're not the first one to report something. It's fucking stupid. So that's my thought on those things. I had to say something about, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I may not be articulating it in the best way because, again, I don't have anything written down. This is just, I wrote down 3 words, and it was those 3 topics, and that's what I wanted to cover because I wanted to give you guys my off the top, pure 100% feelings about this. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It's almost like no one can do any right and everyone is doing wrong. And that's kind of what Kurt Schrader is relating to. And it's fucking true. And honestly, I'm staying out of it. Okay. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to keep tweeting the way I tweet. I'm going to keep creating content the way that I want to. And no one's going to stop me from doing it. And if at any given time, you guys want to criticize anything that I do, I'm all for it. Criticism is going to make me better. It can be, hey, Nito, go suck a dick. And I'm going to be like, well, that's not going to make me a better content creator. So I'm not going to do that. But that, again, guys, that type of stuff is stupid. Don't waste my time. But if there's something about a video that or if there's something that you have advice for me for and it's critical, just tell me, DM me, tweet me. It's really hard to offend me, guys. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I wanted to touch on. I could be here all night. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying and I hope that it helps. And moving forward, I'm going to continue creating content the way that I have. I'm very, very thankful that you guys have watched the video, that you guys subscribed to me. I think I'm at 41 subscribers now. So again, thank you guys very much. I love what I do, and I'm only doing this for fun. I will always do this for fun. I don't plan on ever at any given point in time in my life make money on videos or anything like that. If I were to ever for some reason get really, really big on YouTube, I still wouldn't do ads. I wouldn't monetize anything. I would simply just say, hey, if you guys want to support me, donate $1 or 2, because that's the ultimate line of communication and connection with my followers. They choose to support me. I'm not getting revenue from YouTube ever, period. So, fuck, I need some water. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Again, I said it was going to be sporadic. I'm sorry, but I had to get it out there. Thank you very much for watching. Nito 17, Nito Squad. I am out. Peace.